Hello, hello, hello. There I am. There I am. I was worried that that would switch on. I realized as I switched over to my main, oh, the last thing I did was probably Clock Tower. So I probably have my desktop on there. Hello. Hello, let me adjust my seat real quick and fade out. Well, not fade out. Cut out this music and go to our intro. Hello. Hello, how are you all? How are you all? Welcome back. Excuse me, welcome back to the stream. First actually scheduled stream in a long time. And it may very well be the finale of this series. Welcome on in. If you're new, my name's Tara. I'm a pilot tuber here. PNG, maybe hopefully 2D someday. I hope you're having a good Wednesday or Thursday or whatever day it is for you in the world right now. We are gonna finish up or get very, very, very close to finishing up Paranormasight, the Mermaid's Curse, the second in this wonderful, wonderful mystery game series. And a series that I'm making a Blood in the Clock Tower script about that maybe we'll try out on Saturday if I can convince Oro / Oro doesn't have anything else planned / if Oro can't run and I need to do it, and people are willing to do customs. Let me turn off the game audio for a second. Goodness, I love hearing two things in the ears. It's so easy. It's so easy hearing two things in the ears. Not complicated at all. Nope. Why would you ever think that? So yeah, we're gonna do this game today. And for those who are tuning in and wanting to know more about my actual stream schedule coming up, because this is a shortened week, it's just today and it's Saturday. I am going to be transitioning the schedule a little bit. So the next week or two might look a little wonky, but I think the schedule is going to be actually the best way to start with Thursdays. So I think the schedule is going to be Thursday, Saturday, Monday. It's a bit of a weird schedule, I admit, but it's the one that I can put together. It's the one that I can put together where I have 3 days. I have the breaks in between days because that's healthy for me. Still recovering, still in chronic health stuff, still figuring that out, and also and still being able to stream 3 times a week because I want to do that because I want to. This is not like I remember when I set myself a real goal of doing 4 streams a week. No, I could not do it. Maybe, hopefully someday. But Thursday, Sunday, Monday is the plan. That who knows? Subject to change. Stay tuned. Yeah. And Tomodachi Life on Saturday. We're gonna start that off. Actually, I need to ask people their birthdays. I forgot. I totally forgot to do that. So I'm gonna do it for one person right now, and then we will do it for the rest after the stream. Because I know if I don't do it now, I'm gonna forget. Do one now, I'm going to forget. So I forgot to ask for your birthday for Tomodachi Life, comma. The birth year is optional. There you go. Start game. Gamer starts. All right. Oh, we have our Mockingbird list. Right, we found a new one. Yeah, okay. Okay, this is a bit unusual because I am using goodness, I'm realizing I'm using a backup controller, and this one I don't know why, because I make sure to I think maybe it's the difference of making sure to keep your limited edition Astrobot controller good, but this one is a little this one is a little bit rough. So, oh wow, what can you do? All right. There is one thing somewhere that I did see on another video. I will say that because otherwise it'd be like, oh, you're clearly knowing where to go. I was watching another video, and you remember that I did this scene very late in that when you could have done this scene pretty early after Yuza was revealed to be an immortal, and it would have given you we got something in this scene, and it gave you something different at one of these two. This was at the shrine. Okay. No, so it's here. It's here. We restart this chapter, I believe. Let's think back to what's happened. After calling down Tsukasa, who had the wrong idea after seeing me with Shotaro by the beach, I explained to the Kanekisha ruins that I was immortal and that Mr. Wakamura was planning to hand me over to someone called Uka Kadono. I gotta get Nasato voice for this. The two of us searched for a way to stop the curse of the raging waves. We also stopped by the Wakamura home to apologize to Shotaro, but no one was there. After that, we met with Tsuyu, and I learned about who Mari Minakuchi truly was, as well as how the curse of the raging waves had been kept at bay by the bronze mirror she left behind. We also ran into Izami. He looked desperate, saying that the Kamishimaru hand mirror that Kikako had given me was dangerous, and he was going around collecting them. Tsukasa and I handed ours over to him too. Then after that... Afternoon, Kamishima Town Clock. Okay, no, this is where... Yes. Yes, this is where... I believe this is the scene. Can't find Mr. Wakamura anywhere. We need to tell him about the bronze mirror as soon as possible. Yeah. Oh. It's those two. Oh yeah, they're the ones who are looking for the old man's place. Excuse me. Oh, if it isn't Sato. Good timing. I've got something to discuss if you don't mind. Oh, alright. I actually have something to ask myself. Since when did you get to know each other? Oh, right. We actually talked a bit after the last time we met. These two are from the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department. They're here to lift the curse of the raging waves. Wait, seriously? Since when did the police deal in curses? We are a special unit dedicated to things like this. I hope we can be of help. Okay, so... I think there's something... Is there something up here? Or just surroundings? You end up passing through this intersection no matter where you go on the island. A narrow path with a gentle breeze. It makes for a nice peaceful afternoon. But there's still something. Huh? I swear I just saw something catch the light behind me for a second. Then you... Yeah, okay, yep. This is what I saw. Huh. Sato? Something wrong? Oh, no. It's just that there's a Kamashimaru keychain lying on the ground here. Now, this is interesting. I knew I had to stop when I saw that because this was from Yuza. So, Yuza's been in a hurry around here. We just chucked the poor thing out here. I almost missed it. I'll rescue it. Keychain acquired. Okay. There's an old well here. These days, most houses have running water, so it isn't used anymore. Bronze Leader is apparently found at the bottom of this very well. Can't even imagine how Mari managed to find it here. That's some real tenacity. Okay, so we have... so we have everything. Casa. Hold on, if I want to make sure that we're still missing something in this chapter. Let's save here. If we go back to the story chart, is that what we were missing that we needed? No, okay. Then let's load our save. Oh, nope, let's load our save. If we think, does that tell us about the mirror? Okay. Not at all. Yeah, we figured out how to lift it. We have to say who stays behind. First, yeah, the still-tied mirror. We know it. We do. Yeah, we have the still-tied mirror. We have broken the curse of the raging waves. We're just jumping back in time. The pieces are coming together. The sending of the people. That should work. We'll go search for him. Interesting that we now have the mirror. It would be best if it was... Oh! Now we have the mirror, we can click Sakasa. I'll go look for Yuza. Sakasa, do you mind being the point of contact? Oh, is that a... Oh, is him dropping the keychain like a message to her? Sure, no problem. Let's see then. I'll wait by the community hall on Chuo Street. There's also a phone there we could use. Now, okay. Okay, so this is how we have the other end, thing then. We'll retrieve the bronze mirror first, then track down Yuza Minakuchi and work on lifting the curse. Good luck! If you find Yuza, please tell him everything the Suyu told us. I will. Leave it to me. And now we get this claim. So this happened in between Tyron and Tomoshige. Oh, I'm so interested to see. I am so interested to see what this is. We've unlocked a whole new chapter. Wow, and it's the last one here. Unless there's still something here, because I'm a little confused why this is its own thing. But who knows? Who absolutely knows? Claim. Sato entrusts Tsukasa with being the point of contact while she goes to search for Yuza Minakuchi. After that, I met with Yuza and told him what I heard from Suyu and Misoshiki, that we needed him to come to the community hall to lift the curse of the raging waves. After that, I headed somewhere else. This time for my own purposes, huh? Excuse me? Minakuchi residence. Do we get the scale? Is that what we're doing? Hello? Is anyone home? Did you like become are we saying that we like became like immortal again after the ending or something? I know no one's here. Unless... Hello, Mockingbird. Ooh, 10 Mockingbird stickers. Midsummer Mockingbird Gathering. Tutton Teo. Love that. Right. We got our surroundings. I visited this room so many times while helping look after Suyu. The owner's away, but people on this island don't usually lock up all that tightly. I'd also been asked to come while they were out to help the chores, so by now I know the place well. Family ulcer. This is the Minakuchi's family altar. There are memorial tablets for C's husband, her son Tosuke, and her daughter-in-law Mara here. I'm sure she never expected they'd all go before her. It must have been hard to deal with. Yeah, no kidding. Shelf. It also has something that once showed me. Is it the scale? Yes! There's something about it, but I can't put my finger on what. It really is just as beautiful as ever. Hey, let me just put it back on the shelf where it belongs. Okay. Calendar, handed out by the local association. There's one at the Wakamura's place, too. This one's still showing last month, though. There's a circle around the day that marks the day Yusa came home. She must have been really looking forward to it. Aw, that's sweet. Cupboard. The built-in cupboard's fitted snug against the wall. You can tell it's been here a long time. These kind of cupboards help the room feel less cramped. I was so impressed the first time I saw one. Modern design sure is smart. The inside, though, is a bit messy. So you tends to toss anything in here to get it out of the way. A sliding glass door that leads out to an outdoor spot to dry laundry. Doesn't get much sun, though. Right. Household shrine. Household shrine for the sea god. Almost every home around here has one. Before heading out to sea, everyone always stops to pray here first. Once they come back safe, they pay respects again to give thanks. Test of drawers. Most of the sea is closed. I've helped to put away the laundry, so I have a rough idea of what goes where, but there's still her personal things, so I shouldn't open it while she isn't here. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, she really is. She really is a bit of a mess. People still leave things lying about. Guess some things never change. Table. Why you didn't leave the stuff on the table? Probably where they eat, though, so. The light. Wooden frame. It evolved from the old lamps with paper shades. I'm glad this older look still turns up here. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. Stuff, table. Okay, let's think. I'm here. Okay, let's move. No one's there, so maybe Suyu is here. I hope I'm not jump scared again. Oh, hello, Avi and Cersei. Oh, there they are. Is there anyone else? Anything else? No, I don't think so. Let's think. Let's think about what I need to do now. These two have a special box from called Atana Tebako. I need to get it from them no matter what. Oh, yeah. So you are trying to do with the mermaid thing. I'd find a way to convince them to hand it over. This is the only chance I'm going to get. I'll share what I know bit by bit to hook their interest and negotiate from there. What are you trying to do, Sato? What in the hell are you trying to do? Excuse me. You're right? Oh my goodness, I need to get back into place. Can I speak with you for a moment? I know you don't know me, but permission granted. Thank you. Oh, don't mind him. He always gets a little carried away. Right. Dear Avi, an author, and Cersei here is your guide. Indeed, great to meet you, Sato. I've actually heard talk about you around the island. Oh, really? It would seem we become quite famous in these parts. I'd say we're more on the infamous side, but sure. Wow, her blonde hair is so beautiful. Never seen it in person before. And her outfit also looks so unusual. Maybe it's traditional clothing from her country? Good assumption, but no, I don't think so. Now that I think about it, this is my first time meeting someone from overseas. They do feel different somehow, but I can't quite put it into words. Or maybe it's just that they're holding a cursed stone. I heard you're searching for a mermaid. Is that true? Oh, tell me, young lady, do you perchance know of a mermaid? Because if so, you must tell. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know anything about any specific mermaid. Oh, please don't look so disappointed. I feel bad now. You see, I'm rather interested in mermaids, so I was hoping I could ask you a little more about them. Now you look both disappointed and annoyed. Did I say something wrong? Well, the last person who asked the same thing nearly cursed us to death. What? That is a good bet. You know what? That is a fitting reaction. Indeed, people on this island are nothing but trouble. I've had enough of it. You're the same, aren't you? You're just after immortality like everyone else. Admit it. Well, I need to steer the conversation towards the Tamatabako. What should I say? Let's admit. Let's say admit. Let's see, or do we go deny? I think this could be a real choice here. Let's admit it and see what he says. Yes, I must become immortal. Everything depends on it. Ooh. Okay. We're doing a little bit of bluffing here. We're doing a little bit of clock tower bluffing here. No, I'm not the soldier. I can never be the soldier. If you know anything, I sincerely ask you to tell me. There it is, true colors. I knew it. You think I'd just hand over the Tamatabako I struggled so hard to obtain? Oh, so you really have the Tamatabako? What's that? Never heard of this Tamatabako. But you just said you wouldn't hand it over to me. No. You are mishearing things, young lady. I have no idea of what you speak. Please, I really need it. Last young lady, our research has made one thing clear. Trying to meet a mermaid in this place is futile. You see, that's why we decided to give up on the Issei Bay mermaids, take in the sights of Kamishima and head home. There are mermaid legends scattered all across the world. We have all the time in the world to begin the search anew. So, it really is that hopeless. Plus, we can't linger on this island much longer anyway. Cersei's condition and duties are also starting to be an issue, you see. So we must be taking our leave here. Hold on. They left. Damn, that was no good. I bet we could claim it another way. Okay, let's try again. Let's resume from... Ended with Avi in the possession of the Tamatabako. Start from the lighthouse. Oh, and then we jump up to Yuza? Because is it then that, like, the timelines that Sato does have the Tamatabako? Because they have their plan, right? Because we know that Yuza and Sato... Sorry, not Yuta and Sazo. Oh, my goodness. Dead. Alright. Let's try denying first. Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking at a dime with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, we don't know about mermaids yet. We totally don't. The last person who asked them nearly cursed them to death. They don't want that to happen again. Luckily, Sata doesn't seem to have a curse. Deny. Yeah, not at all. You've got it all wrong. And why are you after a mermaid? Well... we already said that he said in that last conversation that meeting one was impossible. So I think I want to thank them. I want to find a mermaid because I need to thank them. Oh, is it Yuza? Is it the one that saved Yuza? Fascinating. Don't tell me. You were once saved by one in the past? No, not quite. And then what do you need to thank one for? Sorry, I made that up. I just want to find and meet one, that's all. Oh, that's your only reason. So, do mermaids really exist? As it happens, 400 years ago, there was an island near here called Taishima. There are legends that tell of 3 mermaids who lived there. Hayase, Soba, and Nagame. Oh, so there were 3. But sadly, even after all our painstaking research, we've confirmed that meeting any of the 3 is now hopeless. What? No way. So my advice on meeting mermaids is this, and this alone. It's time to give up. Unless you happen to know things we don't, of course. You see, that's why we decided to give up on the Issei Bay mermaids, take it into Satsukama and head home. There are mermaid legends scattered all across the world. We have all the time in the world to begin to search anew. Oh, okay. Okay, so we failed again. Alright. This time we will try. Well, first, let's actually examine our surroundings. Because I feel like somehow that might give a clue or give us something that we actually need. That we might not otherwise have. Small lookout plaza. Never really come out here all that much. Lighthouse. Such an amazing thing. A single beam of light can guide so many ships. I had to wait for clear starry skies. It was a lot of work. Sounds like it. Let me quickly get some that and that. Think. We need to hand it over. It's the okay. We'll share what we know, she said. They must have their own reasons. Get them to give that up. Maybe they'll hand it over without too much fuss. What's the best way to approach it? Alright. Gonna skip a little bit. I think we admit this time. And please, I need it. I need it no matter what. Look at the fire in those eyes. Looks like there's more to this. Very well. Tell me a tale. If it rouses my spirit as an author, then I might just be persuaded to hand the box over. Alright, let me explain. Tell the truth. I'll tell you, but you have to promise that you won't tell anyone else about this. Of course, I swear it. My lips are sealed tighter than a well-corked bottle. Is that supposed to be reassuring? Don't worry. We won't go breaking any promises. Alright then. Where do I even start? The truth is, I'm what's known as an 800-year immortal. I'm already immortal. Huh? What? Is that all true? Hey, are you trying to say that you are Osato from Kusawa? The real one? Yeah, that's probably me. So that's why you're doing all this? No way. Are you being serious? Yes, completely serious. Which is why I need that talent tobacco no matter what. You realize what you're saying is crazy, right? Anyone else would be dead against it. Please, all I need is that talent tobacco. Mubby, what do you think? Are you sure you're alright with this? I can hardly call it sane. Yes, this is what I want more than anything. Are we actually Sato? Is this what the crazy scheming is? Is that you are 800 years old. You already know so much about what's going on here. You've already put the pieces together. Is that what you're doing? Very well. In that case, amazing. Such stunning spirit. I'd be happy to support that resolve, even if I stand alone. This must be the reason I found the talent tobacco in the first place. Here, take it. Thank you so much. Tom Tobacco! Now we know the situation. It only makes sense for you to have it. You should have just said so sooner. That said, I'd also like to know how things turn out, so you should let us know, okay? Of course. I won't forget this kindness as long as I live. Think nothing of it. That does mean I should apologize to you, Cersei. After all that trouble we went through to get it. Well, you seem enthused enough by this turn of events. If you're happy with your choice, I don't mind. Also, as I'm sure you already know, you'll still need mermaid flesh. I know. I'll figure something out, but we know where it is. Since you will have a lead on the mermaid, I'm intrigued, but I'll leave it at that for now. One more thing. Carrying the Tom Tobacco may draw some unsavory types. Be careful. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. Well, we're heading back to the mainland to look for them anyway. Hey, yeah. After sightseeing Kamishima, we were supposed to return post-haste. I see. Well, thank you, and good luck. All right, there we go. We got our hands on Tom Tobacco. We go back and we get that mermaid flesh. Unless something jump scares us, which they very well might. Is Suyu home? Is anyone home? Okay. Altar shelf. Yep. Here it is. Just as beautiful as ever. You're putting it back on the shelf still? Do we have to think first? Do we move? Okay. So we do go there. And yeah, we start from the Minakuchi residence and something is going to happen. Something is absolutely going to happen in the Minakuchi residence. I assume Suyu is going to come home or something. I am a bit worried about being jump scared, but oh well. I know no one is here. Glass sliding door, maybe? Well, first of all, we think. You're here. Stuff on the floor, maybe? I'll see you. I'll see you. Yeah, all right. So we look at the calendar. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Surrounding calendar. Altar shelf. Just as beautiful as ever. Cringe fish scale. Still has something. Is there something that we haven't investigated? Well, we have the mockingbird. Do we think after looking at it? Surroundings. Oh, we haven't looked at the light yet. Light, surroundings, family altar, cupboard. We didn't look at the table. Surroundings, household shrine, glass sliding doors, surroundings, table. Nothing on the clothes down there. Is there anything else? I don't think there is. Sliding door, cupboard. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. So, um, yeah, I think we can't do anything right now. We think just, okay, I'm here, and then do we just move? 'Cause why why can't we do this right now? So, um, how do we, yeah, because do we have the, can we take out our items? Like why we're here, but we have the Tom Tobacco. Why can't we put like why can't we use it? That is very weird. So um let's see. Can we load a save? Um Hi. What are you doing here? What is this? What in the world? Oh, is this when we're falling? I still have that message you left me, you know. Wait, you do? But it must have dried up ages ago. The thoughts I wove into it should have faded too. Surely you can't hear the message anymore. Yep, I can't hear a word. But it doesn't matter. It's an important memento and a part of you as well. That's enough for me to treasure it. Oh, come on. You're gonna make me blush. I was really happy when you shared this with me. All that time ago. Well, you know, I can't just show myself in front of anyone, can I? Oh. Ah, memories. Is there really no way to hear the message again after it's dried up? If you found a way to return it to the environment of the eternal world, it would be restored to its original state. You might be able to hear it then. Ooh, you can do that? Using the Tom Tobacco would probably do it. Oh, but I don't think a normal human would be able to hear the message anymore. Sorry. Guess it's impossible after all. Okay. Okay, yeah, so that is why we have Taira no Tomoshige's. I think that is why we have them on this specific timeline. That's too bad. But if you were a spirit, you might be able to hear it by retracing the echo it left in your mind. We are a spirit. We know, like, that tends to be how this works in these games. Retracing the echo it left. What message? Wouldn't I have to be dead for that? That's a no-go then. Is this is somebody with a mermaid? These memories, could they have belonged to a mermaid? Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. Huh. What does that mean? What does that mean? Huh. Does that allow us to use the Tom Tobacco? Does that allow us to do that? Here it is. It does. It does allow us to do that. Holy. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Maybe something will happen if I put this in a tobacco. Goes inside. Okay, it's in. Nothing happens. Do you take it back out or do we wait longer? Let's wait. Let's wait a little longer. Still nothing. Let's wait a little longer. Still nothing. Okay, I think we take it back out. Seems like nothing's changed. Maybe put it back on the shelf where it belongs. Interesting. And now is anybody home? It didn't do anything. And now if we quick move? Okay, so there's still something to figure out. There is still something to figure out here. Maybe here, because it said go to the source. Like, do we talk to the mermaid? Like, do we go to Hayase? Like, because Hayase is like right out here if you just swim straight, right? Okay, do we just like see her once? Or whoa, what is this? Are there like things on the seafloor we're missing? There's the hole. New record. Hey, let's dive one more time. And anything over here? Oh? Oh, Mockingbird. Hello. No points. But hey, that's good for us. Nope, just a harvest thing. I'm like, this is as far as the rope will reach. Okay, let's go back. Let's upgrade our swimming. Mockingbird number 19. You are quite the cool design. Fast lane frigate. Okay. Let's stop diving and return to the story chart. Let's yeah, because we did a conclusion. Like, what are we missing? Because load, we have the fuzzy memory here. Any new files? Like, what? How many files do we have? And we are just missing file 38, which is the last one in the game. So, anything in options? Audio, graphics, controls, title. Yeah, let's, who knows? There might be something new here. I'm clicking around just in case. Are there any options here? Any different, anything in the copyright information? No, I don't think so. Again, I'm clicking around. Hey, just in case, you know? Look, I don't know what this game is gonna do, so... Do we just wait? Do we just have to wait a long time? With the Tama Tobacco? Is that what we have to do? Put in the Tama Tobacco. It's in. Hold on, I need to see what the... what this said. I need to check this again, because this is gonna be key. I still have that message he left me. The message must have dried up ages ago. The thoughts I wove into it should have faded too. Surely you can't hear the message anymore. Yep, I can't hear a word. But it doesn't matter. It's an important memento, and a part of you as well. That's enough for me to treasure it. Oh, come on. You're gonna make me blush. Hi, Star. Why? It's still at... God damn it. I need to sign it before everything. Okay, okay. How many times did you put... It's at 9 now. Hold on. Hold on. Hold up. How are you, Star? Well, this is actually really cool. Give me just a second as I set the button. What is... Hold on. 54... 9. Okay. First of all, save, run. Okay. Okay, button... button is now... Right. Sword from Disneyland. Oh, Disneyland, how'd that go? How did that go? I hope you had a great time. I should tell you, I had a little Disneyland, I guess sort of Disneyland moment of my own over the weekend. But let me actually load this from the I can't. I can't load this from the beginning. Free lightning lane because we had a tour guide. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, I want to hear all about what you wrote, all about all the rides you did, all the activities. But I am revisiting a message here that I sort of just found like 10-15 minutes ago. I clicked the load save option, and I found down you normally have 5 slots, but I found that there's this smudge thing down here. there's the smudge thing down here in the final slot, and I don't know when we unlock this because and I wish I knew because I feel like that would help. But look, they have this smudged like memory, and you load it, and it takes you to this. And I'm trying to read what it says again to try and get a hint at what I need to be doing. Because we're in the final stages. I just need to figure out what to do. I still have that message you left me, you know. Wait, you do? But it must have dried up ages ago. The thoughts I wove into it should have faded too. Surely you can't hear the message anymore. Yep, I can't hear a word. But it doesn't matter. It's an important memento and a part of you as well. That's enough for me to treasure it. Oh, come on. You're gonna make me blush. I was really happy when you shared this with me all that time ago. Well, you know, I can't just show myself in front of anyone, can I? Because whoever's talking is a mermaid. Memories. No, I'll get to your messages in a second. I saw that you sent a lot. I just want to get through this first to see if I have any thoughts at where to go. Is there really no way to hear the message again after it's dried up? After it's dried up, is that the scale? Is that a memory in a mermaid scale? If you found a way to return it to the environment of the eternal world, it would be restored to its original state. That's probably the Tom Tobacco. You might be able to hear it then. Really, you can do that? Thank you for the lurk, Star. Using the Tom Tobacco, okay. Yep, but... So it's a memory in a mermaid scale. A normal human wouldn't be able to hear it. That's too bad. But if you were a spirit, you might be able to hear it by retracing the echo it left in your mind. Retracing the echo it left in our mind. Wouldn't I have to be dead for that? Yeah, absolutely. Go Bug Tiger. Go Bug Tiger. Say hi for me, please. Say hi. That's a no-go then. We need to retrace an echo in our mind. Okay. Is it here? Environment of the eternal world. Okay. Let's go to the story chart. And when you're back, let me quickly analyze your thing. Star-Lord's End's awesome. No picks with Vader or Kylo. That's fair. A lot of people want him. Probably a big line. Start from Minakuchi residence. I know no one is here. Here it is. We put it in the Tom Tobacco. Let's try waiting 3 times. Wait, what? I clicked that accidentally. That was not... I didn't mean to click the menu and look. You need to call me 4 times, leaving at least 3 seconds between each. Hold on. Oh, wow. It was checking the menu. It was checking your inner thoughts. Wow, that's cool. You need to call me 4 times, leaving at least 3 seconds between... Okay, hold on. From Sobai. Sobai talking to Mare. Wow. Oh. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that confirms who we are, I think. Or at least... No, it doesn't, because that's like a spirit that's dead. So we are hearing a conversation between Sobai and Mare. We very well might be Mare Minakuchi. who died and got their head chopped off. Is that what happened? Are we Mare, or are we just happening to listen into this? But hello, Mare, can you hear me? I tried to weave my thoughts into this scale to leave you a message. I hope it reaches you. Listen, I came up with the secret signal for when you need to call me. From now on, if you don't use the signal, I won't respond, so be careful. You need to call me 4 times, leaving at least 3 seconds between each. That's the rule. Don't forget it. It's a promise, just between you and me. Nothing happens. Wait a little. I don't think waiting is calling her. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Wait a little longer. 1, 2, 3. And finally, 1, 2, 3. Take back out. Okay, you know what? You know what? Hold on. Where's the other place we've seen a mermaid? We have our thing. Let's save here. Yeah, I just tried clicking around on the title screen. Did we click you? Is it 1, 2, 3? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We did it 5, but hey, but does that count? What do we do? Where is it? Where are we calling that mermaid? Because that was totally a thing it would do. That was totally a thing that game would do. Is it puts it on the title screen? We have to... Where do we call for a mermaid 3 times? Sorry, 4 times with 3 seconds. Where do we do that? I don't know. I don't know. We got some more friends here. That's very nice. I don't know. I thought we were gonna do it here. I thought we were gonna do it. I thought it was gonna be on the title screen. I thought it was gonna be with... Yeah, do we just try again? Is it... Yeah, let's try this again. Okay, we see that. Do we do... Oh, is it because we clicked 5 times? I thought it was at least 4. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we start the game. Nothing happens. Seems like nothing's changed. And then we move. Well, do we think? And then do we move? Sorry, is that... Okay, I thought that unlocked something new, but... No. Do we... Do we... Let's... You know what? I really think this is it. Do we have to, like... Is this the sort of thing where, like, we have to do everything? Yeah, start from Yumiko conversation. Let's... Yeah, this might be a thing where, okay, like, we need to do steps. And I did... Yeah. Scare you a little. Yeah, let's get this chapter... Let's get this done. Yeah, the best of it was Tsukasa. Okay. That step is done. And then... It's like, when do we unlock the resentful memory? Was it there that we unlocked the resentful memory? Because we viewed the resentful memory already. Okay, yeah, I do need to... Okay. Okay, it does say I need to load this. So, we load this. We go to claim. Start from Minakuchi. Put in the Tom Tobacco. Okay, we have that. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. What? Oh! Oh, hello! Oh my goodness! Wow! Okay. You know the signal, do you? Oh, wow. Oh, wow, wow, wow.
The signal's extremely important to me. I won't allow just anyone to use it, least of all on some childish whim. So first, I have to be sure. Who are you?
I don't think. Who are we? Are we Mar? No, I think I think we go with the simple answer. Yeah, Yuza fell. We know that Yuza fell in the rocks. We know we talked at the heads separating. We know that Yuza somehow has this knowledge. We have the Tomokazuki, I think it's what it's called. We are Yuza.
Yuza. So you do know. Allow me to welcome you, Yuza Minakuchi. Or rather, Yuza Minakuchi's severed consciousness. Yeah! I am the mermaid called Soba. You passed through here 16 times now. I suppose it's not that strange you noticed me. This is the place you humans call Ryugu.
Oh! Wow! Oh, wow! What in the world? Okay. This is the only place we see a mermaid. The only place we can call for a mermaid is tap on the mermaid. Here it's also called things like the eternal world and the world beyond. Feel free to call it what you like. I was gonna put Mare in there, I really was, but then I was like, no, Mare is dead. It's like we've been dead for a long time. We already have so much evidence. Don't like simplest answer, Occam's razor.
Whatever the name, it's one of the many worlds that souls of the departed move on to after life. Well, I suppose it's not entirely accurate. The space we're in now serves more as its boundary than anything else. There's something I always thought to talk to you about. Something I had to talk to you about, if we ever happened to meet. I never thought you'd come seek me out like this, in the form you are now. But it seems you have your own reasons for doing so. You wish to speak with me, yes? So, what shall we talk about first?
Tell me about my mom.
You're asking if Mare and I were friends. I'm only going to say this once. You might be Mare's son, but I won't stand for you intruding upon our relationship. The relationship Mare and I can't be described by so simple a word as friends. This isn't the only world that souls of the dead journey to afterlife, you know. The number is immeasurable. There are worlds beyond counting. Mare's soul has gone somewhere far, far away. Even here in Ryugu, I won't be able to see her again, so don't ask me anymore. Leave me to my memories of her. Was there anything else?
What do you mean by boundary?
How to explain? This is a space that connects the two worlds you can travel between. The world the living Yuza Minakuchi inhabits, and the world that you, a severed portion of Yuza Minakuchi's consciousness, usually exist in. As a spirit, you'll always pass through this space when traveling to the world of the living. Normally, something like this would be unthinkable, if not impossible. But it seems to something of an exception. Is there anything else?
Here we go. What happened on the day of the disaster?
Of course you'd want to know about that. I do owe you an explanation of what happened back then. 5 years ago, on the day the calamity struck. Let's get this out of the way first. I was indeed the one who made you an 800-year immortal. But if you come here looking for a way to regain your humanity, I'm sorry, but that's no longer possible. Even as a mermaid, there's nothing I can do. You, or rather, the Yuza Minakuchi of the mortal world, are now bound to live out the remaining 795 years of your life there, neither aging nor dying. Nothing can reverse this now. Now then, let me tell you what happened on that day 5 years ago, and about the years leading up to it.
Wow. So one of the mermaids who were said to have lived near Taishima about 400 years ago. She has since returned to her home, Ryugu. Mare and Sobai. After becoming unable to return to Ryugu, Sobai had ceased to show herself on the surface, even before members of the Somikawa line. However, upon noticing that 400 years had passed since the sinking of Taishima, she cautiously attempted contact with the current generation's inheritor of the family duty, a woman by the name of Mare Somikawa. In the past, any human she encountered had either treated her as an object of worship or sought her flesh. Perhaps as a result, she immediately sensed something was different about Mare, who treated her in a friendly manner from the moment of their meeting and promised to do all she could to return her to Ryugu. There was no pretense in Mare's bearing, and her attitude in seeking to Sobai was casual and lighthearted. Gradually, Sobai began to open up to her. After some time, they agreed on a secret signal and began meeting surreptitiously, growing closer the more they learned about each other. A strange sense of trust came to blossom between them, one transcending the boundaries of their respective species. Okay. Mare had originally resolved to remain single and never start a family of her own in order to devote herself entirely to her duty with Sobai. However, Sobai strongly opposed this, saying that Mare's life here would continue even when she was gone, so Mare should not deny herself a possible future with her own family. She had seen how happy one of her former compatriots had been upon finding love. Yumiko. So Mare should not deny herself a possible future with her own family. Former compatriots had been upon finding love, and believed Mare deserved to know such joy as well if she wished to. Mare seemed unbothered at the thought, but said that she would consider it if someone suitable ended up coming along. However, that moment came sooner than expected. Upon moving to Kamishima, she met the love of her life, Kosuke Minakuchi. Sobai was delighted for Mare and offered her heartfelt congratulations upon hearing of their marriage. While she did not understand the joy of having a family herself, she was gratified to see Mare so happy. It was Mare's constant wish to be able to introduce her beloved family to her dearest friend, but it was forbidden to reveal the existence to mermaids to anyone, even her husband and child. Eventually, the two reached a compromise. Sobai said she would meet them when the time came for her to return to Ryugu, reasoning that there would be no harm in revealing herself for such a short space of time. This agreement became a cherished promise between them. Thus the years did continue to pass, Mare's son growing all the while, until the day of the Kamishima Southern Sea disaster arrived. In the days leading up to this... I forgot to read the thing. Excuse me. The Southern Sea disaster. In the days leading up to the disaster, a strange rumbling could be heard coming from the sea. Sobai took this as a sign that the storm caused by the curse of the raging waves was approaching, and she and Mare mistakenly concluded that this meant the seal on Ryugu's entrance would soon be lifted. Although the timing was earlier than expected, the two were overcome with the excitement at the thought that Sobai could finally fulfill her long-held dream of returning home, and couldn't bring themselves to doubt the signs. They put together a plan. Even if the storm were to come while they were out at sea, Mare could use the bronze mirror to suppress it, allowing Sobai to pass through the entrance to Ryugu alone. Resolved that this was where they would part ways, the two spent that final night together, talking until the sun rose. On the day their plan would be put into action, Mare took Tosuke and Yusa out into the bay on a boat to introduce them to Sobai as promised. Although pained by having to part with Sobai, she was buoyed by the thought that she would now be able to devote herself fully to motherhood, and to her family that had always protected her without reservation. Sobai, meanwhile, was secretly trailing them from the seabed. Disliking the sound of propellers, she was unable to get close to the boat as it was moving. The raging storm. The raging storm. The storm that suddenly broke out around them far exceeded all expectations. Even the bronze mirror was not enough to calm it, and the sea churned and roiled around them, as if the heavens themselves were unleashing their wrath. A small fishing boat carrying the Minakuchi family began to take on water, and it was not long before it started to sink. Sobai immediately rushed to their aid, reaching them just as they had fitted Yusa with a life buoy and gotten him off the boat. The couple still clung desperately to the sinking boat as it was tossed about by the waves.
Upon seeing Sobai, Sosuke's reaction was surprisingly composed. Whether already resolved to meet his fate or just mellow by nature, his first response after Mari introduced her was to greet her cheerfully, thanking her for keeping Mari company and expressing surprise that Mari's faraway friend had turned out not to be human. Sobai, however, had no time for pleasantries. Consumed only by the thought of getting them to safety, she tried to carry them all from the boat, but even a single person proved to be almost too much for her. Naturally, she also lacked the strength needed to tow the boat out of danger. Even her nature as a mermaid wasn't enough to allow her to save someone precious to her when it mattered most. Filled with stress at her own powerlessness, Sobai was overcome by a sense of despair. Frantic, she tried to take only Mare with her in a bid to escape the sinking boat, but Mare rebuffed her attempt. She had no intention of being the only one saved. Instead, she and Tosuke pleaded for Sobai to help Yuza, saying that his survival meant more to them than anything else. Sobai could not understand. She refused to. She prepared herself to bid farewell to Mare, but parting like this was too painful for her to bear. Mare, for her part, continued apologizing to Sobai despite the looming threat of her own death, concerned for her friend's safety and feeling deep regret at being unable to see Sobai back home. It was more than Sobai could stand. At that moment, Sobai's innermost feelings came into sharp relief. Part of her deep down resented Yuza and Tosuke with all her being. She was happy as long as she had Mare, but Mare had her family to love as well. And yet, it was Sobai herself who had wished for Mare to find happiness by starting a family of her own. Wow. Overwhelmed by unfamiliar emotions of conflict and self-loathing, she found herself unable to think clearly. Smiling as she clung to the sinking boat, half submerged in seawater, Mare thanked Sobai for her friendship and told her that the days they had spent together had been some of her happiest. Sobai was devastated. Every part of her rejected the entire situation. She didn't want to bid Mare farewell to her like this. She didn't want to part with Mare at all. She wanted to grab hold of her friend and carry her away to safety, by force if necessary. Even returning home to Ryugu no longer mattered to her as much as this. But she couldn't ignore Mare's plea for her to save his son. Wrenching herself away from the sinking boat, Sobai headed to rescue Yuza, all the while resenting the boy for the tremendous love that Mare bore him. The 800-year immortal. When she found Yuza, he had been caught up in the whirlpool and was barely clinging to life. Sobai caught herself feeling almost satisfied at the sight, thinking it served him right. If it hadn't been for Yuza, she could have saved Mare. But Mare's plea for her to save Yuza, that her only wish for him was to survive, echoed in Sobai's mind. The next moment, she dragged the dying Yuza out of the whirlpool and, pulling a piece off her own tail, forcibly fed it to him. Whether the emotions driving her at this point were a desire to fulfill Mare's wish or hatred towards Yuza, even Sobai herself couldn't say. After carrying Yuza out of the reach of the storm, Sobai immediately went to rescue Mare. She finally found her after 3 long days of searching, but her efforts had been in vain. Mare's body was already cold. Once someone had died, it was beyond even a mermaid's power to bring them back. Sobai clung to Mare's body and wept. Never again would she hear Mare's voice calling her name. She laid Mare's body to rest on the seabed and, hiding herself beside it, spent her days mourning, lost in the depths of despair. Several years later, the entrance to Ryugu was unsealed, and Sobai, now with no remaining attachments to the mortal world, made to return home by herself. Before doing so, she met with Mare's sister, thinking to reclaim the mermaid's relic from her. However, put off by the woman's blatant avarice, she found herself unable to muster any interest in her, and ultimately returned without reclaiming the relic, despite knowing full well the misfortune it could bring. Wow. The only thing I can say. Looking back now, what I did to you was wrong. It was an extreme situation, yes, but I must have been mad to even consider it. Every time I remember, I wonder what on earth I was thinking. How could I have done something so cruel to the son Mare loves so much? Even though nothing that happened was your fault. I don't expect you to forgive me, but let me at least say this. I'm sorry. I would do anything within my power to ease your burden. There's something you can do. You want a piece of my flesh? But why? I suppose it's not impossible. You could bring it back to the mortal world using the relic I left there. Normally this would be forbidden, but I suppose I was the cause of all this. Maybe it counts as an attempt at making amends, if nothing else. There. It's done. I'll send it to the other side. You'll be able to take it from the box there.
The mermaid flesh has been transferred to the Tama Tobacco. The current holder of the box may claim it as their own from the evening of August 7th. Wow.
It seems you've done everything you came to do. And this is where we part ways. Know that I won't respond anymore, even if you call to me with that signal. Having a means of calling me was prohibited in the first place. Live and be happy, Yusa. For Mari's sake. For all the years she never got to see. Be sure to tell him that when you return to him in the mortal world.
All I can do is sit here and stare. I'm speechless. Absolutely speechless. All right, now we can take it back out.
Seems like nothing's changed.
And we move. Ended with Sato in possession of the Tama Tobacco. Okay, so we've done everything we can do from there. But Sato is giving that to Yusa? Is that... Conclusion, memories of the last summer. That's August 7th. Yeah, that's August 7th afternoon. We haven't started from beginning. This is night. Is this... Wait, was Sato was here? Yeah, Sato was here. Sato is here. Sato is in this scene. Is this gonna change now? Now that Sato has the Tama Tobacco and has it in it? But she put it back though, so did she? We're not out of danger yet. You don't have to be so jumpy. Okay, no. Slash and curse. Whoever was caught. Would have been fine. Thanks for doing that, Azami. Might be after Sato. Yep, she's immortal. And like that, we have to explain to everybody. Learn how to fit in. You're in TV. You're in TV world. TV land. You don't have to jump at every little thing. Okay. Recollection. Okay, we already... Oh! Oh! New chapter! Okay. Is it now that we have the mermaid flesh in there? We recall a chapter. Wow. Or maybe we just missed that the first time we played it because we didn't talk to her. And then I just want to make sure. Okay. They really are after Sato. Let's go to the end here. See if anything new happens. Nope. Nothing new talking to Sato. Keep a coma. Hello, there you are. Yeah, try keeping talking as much as possible. Now we're at the rooftop. But, oh, it's just this. I thought it was the lighthouse for whatever reason. Thought it was the lighthouse. Let's get a photo of the stars. Because this is, yeah, 'cause that's cool. Why not? Okay. That was do or die time. So... it was... Beast of Shadows, Yushikigami, Firm, confirm. That was it. We have the butterfly. Oh, it blew. So put her hands up, playing my song, the butterflies fly away. Natural talent. Oh, this is where Yuza comes. After 2 months, after waking up on Kamishima and being taken in, Sato Shiranami goes to the roof of the Kantakisha ruins for some time alone. Gonna take a little bite of food here. Hold on. It's good. 2 months have passed since I washed up on this island. 400 years elapsed while I was locked away under the sea, but I've managed to adjust to modern life somehow. Although, sometimes I wonder why I bothered. Is Yuza here yet? Okay, we gotta be prepared to be jump scared by Yuza. I was a little worried at first, but I've adapted pretty smoothly to modern civilization. The fact that I only have vague memories of my life from 400 years ago probably helped a bit. They don't really understand how ships and cars move by themselves, or how electrical appliances and lights and things work. But it's not really an issue, to be honest. I know how to use them, and that's what counts. Most people who were born in the modern era could tell you that fridges keep stuff cold, but not exactly how they do it. It's actually pretty easy to get by if you can just accept that not knowing everything in detail is normal. Besides, it doesn't seem like life has changed that much for the fishermen who live on this remote island. Apparently, the big cities have greatly evolved, with water and sewage systems as well as subways. Waking up there would have been a lot more confusing. That does sound very true. I felt quiet on the roof of the Kantakisho. I'm alone, but for the wind rustling in the trees, the distant roar of the tide. It feels so good to have this view all to myself. Just let the soft sea breeze carry me away. It's the perfect spot for someone who wants as little to do with others as possible. But yesterday, someone came up here and ruined everything. Oh, so this is the day after. Let's think about it. I really do love being alone. It's so calming. I have a good reason to isolate myself on this island. Soon, my life will be over. I probably have less than a month left. Whoever sealed me away has to have had some kindness in them, at least. They allowed me to spend my last moments as myself. Alive. But I can hardly feel grateful. How much living can you really do in a few months? A few weeks? That girl Tsukasa Owa is always hanging around me. But I try to keep my feelings in check and act as cold as possible. Getting too close will only make things harder when it all has to end. Aw, Sato. I'd like to joke and laugh with them, spend time talking about our favorite TV series and stuff like that. Especially with Tsukasa. The way she reacts to things is so funny. It's really hard not to laugh and play along. I have to try so hard to keep my feelings under control. Cheerful conversations will only become painful memories for her later. Sato. Since running out into the woods and living alone isn't appealing, I just have to play my role as the unfriendly loner till the time comes for me to disappear. Just one more month. One more month of coasting along without making waves.
Anything changed? Do some more. Watching TV every day, learning more and more about the modern world. There's so much fun to be had. Pretending otherwise actually hurts. Humanity has prospered. In the past, the common folk were preoccupied with surviving each day. Now, almost anyone can eat delicious food and sleep in a warm bed without having to toil day and night. People have time, freedom, entertainment. It's wonderful. I wish I had time to enjoy it all. Get on an airplane, maybe even fly to Tokyo. There's not much chance of that. Not with the time I have left. Still, I really wish I could try one of those game consoles that you can hook up to the TV. You can play different games by switching cartridges according to what they say on TV. Those consoles are so popular that it's hard to even find one. Not that I'm in a position to make demands, of course. All I can do is look at the pictures in the magazines and dream about them. If I had a game console, I bet I'd play it all day. Anyway, there's no point in wishing for too much. I'm just grateful to be able to spend my days this way. It's all thanks to Wakamura. Please, just let me watch TV for my last remaining month. That's not too much to ask, is it? Anyway, I shouldn't let my guard down. Gotta keep myself in line. No extravagances. I gotta just gently drift along, not rock the boat. Aww. I want you to live. I want you to live your last month. Aww. At least, that was the plan. Yet, when speaking to him yesterday, I got completely carried away. I'm still mad at myself about it. Next time, I'll be more careful. Cool as a cucumber. Wait. Next time? Oh well. Yusa Minakuchi. Something about him makes me lose my cool completely. It's probably the shock of finding out that he's immortal too. Yeah, that must be it. Maybe being immortal puts us on a different wavelength from other people. That could be why I'm drawn to him. He seemed quite young. He can't have been immortal long, but to think mermaids are still around even now. Wait a moment. I wonder if he knows I'm an 800-year immortal too? I hope not. If he does, it puts my peaceful life at risk. I better make sure he knows to keep his mouth shut. I have to talk to Yusa Minakuchi again. Finding him sure gonna be a hassle. Okay, now we turn around and he's gonna be here. Get ready for the jump scare! Wish he'd wipe that look off his face, as if he's indifferent. I bet he's secretly proud of himself for being the one to startle me this time. She is very well composed. He came back. So, you're here too, huh? Did I startle you? Not this time. Startle me? Not one bit. It'd take more than sneaking up behind me to give me a scare. At least I was honest yesterday. You definitely jumped. Just admit it. I remembers. Love that. No way. I knew you were there the whole time. Never mind that now. There's something I wanted to ask you. There's something I need to tell you too, but you go first. So I was thinking about what you said yesterday about that pretty rough thing, and it occurred to me. If you, by any chance, be an immortal girl? I didn't know it was that obvious. I knew it. Something about you was just different. So, I'm an immortal boy, and you're an immortal girl. Don't put it like that! Why not? That's what we look like. It sounds better than people who became immortal by eating mermaid flesh. Besides, going by our actual ages or something would just get confusing. I guess that makes sense. Right? You might as well call yourself that too. Alright, I will. Anyway, as it turns out, I wanted to talk about the same thing. You knew you were immortal, didn't you? Yeah? I found out just recently, in fact. Got swept out to sea and survived, against all odds. That's when I remembered being saved by a mermaid 5 years ago. It all started to make sense. Wait, saved? By a mermaid? From what? Well, I had no idea. I hadn't even heard an incident like that occurred 5 years ago. And in the sea just south of Kamishima too. No one really talks about it anymore. So a mermaid saved you and made you an immortal boy? Right. That's my best guess anyway. Not that I understand why a mermaid would go out of her way to rescue me. Anyway, I'm just happy I can finally talk to someone about this. There's still so much I don't understand. Since we're here, do you mind if I ask you some questions? That's fine, but I need you to promise me one thing. Never tell anyone about me being an immortal girl. Easy. I prefer if people didn't know about me either. Good. I'd have had to kill you otherwise, so thanks for sparing me the trouble. You know, you're a lot tougher than I thought you'd be. Anyway, done. I swear on my life. Or lives. Well, look at you making immortal jokes. You modern kids are something else. Honestly, just came out. Yep, he is a bit of a cocky. Bit of a cocky boy. What did you want to ask? Oh, right. How long does this immortal thing last? Is it really forever? 800 years. No more, no less. Wow. 800 years. That's a really solid number. Precisely. Good luck for the next 795. What am I, some fine wine? I need more than luck. That's 8 whole centuries we're talking about. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Like I said, I could tell you had a long time left. Huh. Being immortal for so long must give you an amazing intuition. Oh, and just checking, but is there any way to undo our immortality? No, there isn't. You're not human anymore. There's no way to become human again now that your human body is long gone. Ugh, I knew it. By the way, how long have you been alive? This is my 800th year. I only have a month left. What? Really? It's a long story, but I've kind of been out of the game for the past 400 years. Now, my life is almost over. 400 years is a long, long time. Only 1 month. You're way older than I imagined. So, is there anything I need to be careful of? What do you mean? Well, seeing as I'm stuck in this immortal body, is there anything I should avoid? Oh, right. If you fall into a deep fissure or a pit of lava, you'll keep dying over and over, so don't do that. Yikes, that sounds terrifying. Avoid lava. Got it. That's about it. I don't actually remember all that much. Guess that's how it is. Oh, and it'll get messy if people find out, so try to keep a low profile. You'll probably have to find somewhere new to live every few decades. That'll help you avoid suspicion. Living in the same place for too long is dangerous, huh? Oh, but it won't be easy living anonymously with the family registry system. You used to just be able to show up in a new place and start making a living. People did that all the time, but nowadays... Yeah, I bet it's way more difficult to move around than it used to be. Sounds real rough. Good luck with that. Well, Yuta luckily has a way out with paranormal affairs, but still, again, they are gonna really put him through his paces, it sounds like. It does not necessarily sound fun for that first bit, but the rest of it, at least. Great, thanks. Oh, is that the end of it? The next day. Oh, okay. I was worried my monitor went black for a second. Not again. Are you gonna come here every day? Not like I have anything better to do. Yeah, me neither. You know, you're the one who started showing up at my favorite place. I like it too. I have just as much a right to be here as you do. Besides, it's such a nice spot. Yeah, I get that. What are you... You said before that you come here to think. What do you think about? Stuff like what sort of work I could do. Oh, are you unemployed? Obviously. Someone with a job wouldn't spend their mornings staring at the sea. Not everyone's lucky enough to have a cushy life eating free food and watching TV all day. Listen, can we cut this out? It seems utterly pointless to knock each other down every 5 seconds. True. I guess we can call a truce. Hey. Is living for so long hard? Definitely not a stable life. It can be really hard at times. But that's true whether you're immortal or not, isn't it? At least you don't have to worry about starving to death anymore. Even if you get sick or injured, dying will fix it. I never actually struggled that much because of my immortality, to be honest. Oh, is it really that easy? I mean, what if you really want to die and you just can't? Oh, oh, buddy. You want to die? Well, not now, but maybe if I live long enough, I'll change my mind. Oh. When you said you got swept out to sea before, was that because you... Damn. I thought you were a super chill boy, but I guess you're a sensitive boy, too. Seems that way. I was just as surprised as you to find that out. Come on, then. What happened? Talk to your elder immortal. Tato and Yu's a therapy session! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I gotta kill the mood. Jeez. So they blamed your mother for the disaster 5 years ago and even shunned you because of it? Guess you mustn't have been keen to come back here then. I didn't want my gran or Azami to have to worry about me. It was a moment of weakness that pulled me back here, I guess. I'm not really sure. Regardless, I need to live as quietly as possible and stay out of everyone's way now. And that's why you come up here to be alone, huh? Well, I know how you feel. It's the same for me. The day after. Wait, so you were sealed in an underwater cave for 400 years? Yeah, there's a reason for it. To keep something from happening, but I don't remember what it was. But I'm awake now, so that must mean it's okay, whatever it was. Well, hate to break it to you, Sato. Jeez, that must have been terrible. Pretty noble of me, wouldn't you say? If you wanted to worship me, I wouldn't say no. This Izami Kamoi guy looks out for you, huh? Yeah, he's a really good guy. Too good for me, definitely. Honestly, I don't think I could survive on this island without his help. And yet you haven't told him you're immortal. No, I doubt he'd believe me. Besides, if you started avoiding me or something, I'd have nothing left. I don't think I could keep going. Not that you can die. True. Several days later. I see. So you've been acting cold because you don't have much time left, huh? I understand. Saying goodbye to people you care about isn't easy. Yeah, exactly. When you live as long as we do, you have to say goodbye to so many people. Come to think of it, being immortal sounds pretty rough. Well, it does mean saying goodbye a lot. You can see why some people see immortality as a kind of punishment, or hell itself. There have been immortals who have become so overcome with despair that they turned their backs on the world, devoted themselves to religion. Like Yalbakuni. So that's where that story comes from. But you know, as far as I can remember, I never felt like this existence was hell. Really? Yep. For those 400 years before I was sealed away, I just lived out my life. If you ask me, not everyone's cut out to be immortal. It's like anything else, really. Some people have what it takes, others don't. So what, you're just a natural immortal? Yep, it's like I was born for it. I see. There really is something for everyone. But I guess emotionally maturing to match the fact that you're 817 years old wasn't for you, though, huh? You noticed? I'm self-conscious about that. Oh. Sorry. Anyway, it takes talent to live for centuries without seeming to age a day. True. I wish I had that talent, too. I'm jealous. I hope I'll be able to look at it the same way. Are you scared? Huh? Are you scared of being alone for the next 800 years? Well, yeah, that's part of it.
It's also just hard to imagine myself living in the future. Makes sense. I probably would have been scared too if I'd known from the start that I had 8 whole centuries ahead of me. But I reckon you'll be okay. You might even surprise yourself. You think so? Yeah. You're a lot like me in some ways. So I think you might just be cut out for this immortal life. Huh. Are we alike? I hadn't noticed. Sure we are. Like how you started playing the fool when you're embarrassed. You got me there. See? And remember when we first met? We started talking like we were old friends, right off the bat. True. I remember thinking it was funny how I didn't feel awkward at all. And rest my case. If you got the knack for it, a number 795 years will feel like nothing. Blink and you'll miss it. Like nothing. I don't know if I wanted to go by that fast. Exactly. In the end, you might not even feel like it was enough. Maybe your last words will be, I know I've lived 800 years, but come on, give me another few centuries. I get it now. You really are good at being immortal. So good, you still don't want to die. Huh? You've only got 1 month before your lifespan ends. You must be scared too. Oh. Hey, you never despaired once at being immortal. Till now. Not wrong there. I mean, I lost 400 years. So I'm not nearly done with life yet. Of course I want to keep living, more than anything. Of course I'm scared. I can understand that. It's not like you're on your deathbed and been given 1 month to live. You're as healthy as can be. So, maybe it's time you stopped worrying. What do you mean? Since you don't have long left, why not spend the rest of your lifespan having fun? Live it out to the fullest. If you do the best you can with the time you have left, you might even feel satisfied with the life you've led, in the end. Wow, I don't know why I didn't think of that. But if I get close to anyone, it'll only hurt them when I die. Yeah, but I mean, you just let them warn you. You've had to do that plenty of times, right? I guess I could be forgiven for being a little selfish in my old age. Exactly. If it helps, consider yourself forgiven. Does that mean you'll warn me when I disappear? Of course I will. In the bottom of my heart. Really now. That might just make me happy. Good. And here's the plan. You're gonna have as much fun as possible starting tomorrow. Scott's coming back for the holidays too, by the way. I'm sure she'll be more than happy to hang out with you. She wanted to be your friend, you know? I was wondering why it seems like, oh, Sakasa is like, she is hanging out with Sakasa, but then she's saying, no, I don't want to, I want to stay away from her. Ooh, I'm liking the sound of this more and more. I wanted to be your friend too. Guess this is my chance to take her around the island. Oh, but while I'm at it. Yeah? You said your grandmother Suyu needed someone to talk to, right? Oh. Yeah. It's just, we don't have much to talk about. She's always going on about what's on TV, and I can't keep up. Leave TV talk to me. Oh, I'd be happy to look after her while you're out working as well. Are you sure? That'd be a huge help, but... Sure, I'm sure. She seems like an interesting person to talk to. I'd love to spend some time with her. She's definitely something. Can't let your guard down around her, that's for sure. But she's pretty stubborn. Not to mention, if she doesn't like something, she's not afraid to say it. I'll bear that in mind. You know what? I'm actually pretty excited for tomorrow now. I'm glad. That's the spirit, Sato. Hey, Yusa? That's her name, don't wear it out. Goodness. I know we initially came here because we wanted to be alone, but from now on... Can we come here when we don't want to be alone instead? Sato? Of course we can. I'll wait for you here. Every day. Aww. Aww. Look at him. After that, I decided to stop holding back and reach out to everyone around me. And you know what? They responded. They started interacting with me in just the same way. So I decided to spend my last few days having as much fun as possible. So much fun that I won't have time to fear at the end. Of course, no one but Yuza and I know about my immortality, or what little remains of it. But these past few days have been so much fun. There are points where I can't even tell if I'm dreaming or if this is my new reality. And most importantly, Yuza's life and mine have continued to intertwine as we meet at our usual spot day after day. We get along so well. Being together feels like the most natural thing on earth. It didn't take long for us both to notice how comfortable we were around each other. Before we knew it, we were being drawn together with increasing intensity, like stars meeting in orbit. Is that why Sato is seeking to eat mermaid flesh again, so she can live for the same reason? For love. One is a mermaid and one's an 800-year immortal. Oh, and now we... Oh, man. Man, this game's timeline writing, when they choose to reveal things to you, oh, it's so good. The night, both of them. Oh, we can choose who. Let's go Sato. Sato Shiranami meets Yusa Minakuchi, a fellow immortal, in secret over the past month and grows closer to him. A decisive night befalls them. Oh, and with the Taika no Tanamori's desire, with that ending being on there, I'm sure that because if we ate it, we would go back up. We would live with Yusa. Is that the ending? Is that our ending? Whoa, we're close. I'm so happy. I only have 2 days left. Finding hope at a time like this feels like a miracle. I'd all but given up. I never thought I'd get a second chance. When we were here yesterday, Yusa told me how he felt about me. He said he loved me. That if it were somehow possible, he'd want to stay by my side forever. I couldn't stop replaying it in my head last night. Even now, I can't stop smiling. I mean, I feel exactly the same way. This month we spent together has confirmed that. But I hadn't planned on telling him I felt that way. It would have been pointless, knowing I was going to disappear soon. Besides, I had an inkling that he felt the same way as I did, so I didn't want to make things harder for him. I planned on never putting my feelings for him into words, and yet, even though he knew it was futile, he couldn't let it end without sharing how he felt about me. So I decided to be honest about my feelings for him, too. I thanked him, and told him I loved him, too. However, now that it's all out in the open, I thought we'd feel a sense of peace. But we don't. Far from it. We're not like a pair of tragic lovers in a story, bound to die beautifully together or anything like that. I mean, if we could die together, there'd be nothing to agonize over in the first place. So we started thinking of ways we could be together. The answer came to us surprisingly fast, but it was an answer that could be described as taboo. Yusa asked me if I was sure I wanted to go through with it, but honestly, I didn't need to think twice. That's what it takes, then so be it. All I want is to be with him. But we're running out of time. Although, even if we had more time, the odds of our plan succeeding are almost zero anyway. Part of me wishes we made this plan much earlier. But maybe I needed this time for my feelings to reach their peak. Maybe this is just how it had to be. Better to think we made it just in time. I'll keep fighting this fate until the very end. Summer breeze feels perfect, and the clear sky is sparkling with stars. Nothing relaxes me more than the whisper of the tide and the breeze in the trees. The stars up there. Wow. Part of me wishes we'd made this plan much earlier. But maybe I needed this time for my feelings to reach their peak. Maybe this is just how it had to be. Better to think we made it. We'll keep fighting this fate. Anything else we can do?
Look at him. Yusa's silently gazing out at the dark sea. I wonder what he's thinking about. I suppose he's seriously considering what lies ahead of us. What are you thinking about? Huh? Oh, just our height difference. Oh, my height's been bugging you. Well, you know, we're gonna be like this forever. Don't worry, even with 15 centimeters between us, you look great, Yusa. Thanks, but that doesn't really make me feel better. Hey, it's not your fault you were only in middle school when you became immortal. Nothing you can do now. You'll just have to live with it. Man, if it happened just 1 or 2 years later, I'd be at least 5 centimeters taller. Wait, even then I'd still be 10 centimeters shorter than you. Wow, that's crazy. Ugh, sorry for being crazy tall. It's fine. I don't care if there are 15 centimeters between us. You're still my adorable Sato. Thanks, but that doesn't really make me feel better. Still, you must have stood out a lot back in your time, huh? Yeah, I was taller than most adult men back then. From what I can remember, I think everyone found me a bit creepy. Sorry to hear that. It's not like you could help it. Well, they treated me like some kind of monster because of it. Most people straight up avoided me. That's awful. On the other hand, I do remember at least one person back then who kept trying to woo me. Yeah. Who is that? Sounds like someone's jealous. Hey, I ain't the kind of guy who obsesses over his girlfriend's past. What's done is done. Nice line. I bet you've been wanting to say that one for ages. Still, I mean, you've been alive for so long. There's way too much history to worry about. Fair point. Honestly, I barely remember him myself. Although, I don't think I liked him all that much. He was just somebody important I couldn't say no to, or something like that. Really? That's good to hear. At least as far as I can remember. Anyway, I thought you didn't care. Well, I guess you having so much more experience under your belt makes you feel a bit out of your league. I see. Plus, since you've confessed to me, I'm clearly starting with the upper hand in this relationship. Look at his face. Oh my goodness. Damn it. You're never gonna let me live that down, are you? Would have assumed he'd been thinking about tomorrow's plan. Never imagined he might be thinking about what comes after that. So sure we're gonna succeed. Knowing that makes me feel so much more confident. His easygoing attitude is actually reassuring right now. I'm so glad he's here with me. My heart won't stop racing. I've never felt this way before. I didn't think I could feel something new after living for 800 years. The fact that he's an 800-year immortal too probably has something to do with it. With him, I feel safe. There's nothing I'd be afraid to tell him. That's not all there is to it. There are some people you can know for decades and still not fall in love with them. Then there are those you can know you can't live bleh. And then there are those you know you can't live without barely a second after you've met. Even a bond that's lasted centuries can fall apart in a single day. Love isn't measured by time. Maybe it's too much to say we're soulmates, but that's how it feels to me. Even Sue's in saying that we've been getting married, because we're clearly made for each other. Not that I've told Yusa that. It'd be way too embarrassing. I don't want to say goodbye to Yusa. It feels like I've waited 800 years for him, and now a lot of things might be destroyed tomorrow. Everything the Islanders have been protecting. Heck, even some relationships might crumble. But still, we're gonna do it. We've made up our minds. We'll see our final wish through, no matter what. Alright, let's see his end of this. Katsuki Show Ruins Rooftop. And Satsu right here. Cool night sky is teeming with stars. The wind gently brushes the trees as ocean waves echo in the distance. Looking over the sea puts my mind at ease. Satsu sits quietly, watching the ebb and flow of the tide. I wonder what she's thinking about. Is she carefully contemplating what comes next? can't just put it all on her. I need to think too. We don't have much time. Honestly, we really should have made up our minds long ago. But there's still a chance. I refuse to give up until it's all over. When we were here yesterday, I told Sato how I felt. I said I loved her, that if it were somehow possible, I'd be with her forever. I knew it would only make things harder for her, so I agonized whether to say anything for a long time. But it wasn't just me. She told me she felt exactly the same way. Either way, only one of us has days left to live. The other, 795 years. Sharing our feelings meant nothing. It'd only make parting harder. We thought we could bury our feelings somewhere they would never emerge from. But I wanted her to know how I felt before we ran out of time. As luck would have it, she had also been worrying about whether or not to tell me how she felt. Even though I felt like I had lost the battle of wills, I was still glad I told her. And yet... goodness. Once I let those feelings out, feelings that never should have been revealed, there is no controlling them anymore. My desire to spend the rest of my life with her burned like a searing flame in my chest. We contemplated possible ways for us to remain together, and the answer came to us surprisingly fast. An answer that we shouldn't have even considered. There's no time to concern ourselves with the right or wrong of it. We didn't even hesitate. Only one option was available to us, and we intended to take it. But there is hardly enough time to see it through. Hell, even if we had longer, the odds of our plan succeeding were dismally low. It was nothing more than our final vain act of rebellion. What are you thinking about? Huh? I was thinking about how we first met. A month ago? Yeah. Back then, you said you wouldn't bother me. But you peeked over me like 5 times, didn't you? I thought I was being sneaky. You even counted the number of times? But if you were counting, I guess you must have been watching me too, right? I didn't realize I was giving myself away, but you're right. I was looking at you. So that's why you crept up behind me to scare me, huh? I wasn't trying to scare you. Just wanted to see your surprised face. So you were trying to scare me. Well, you honestly got me good. You definitely got me back the next day. I love that memory. With a memory like that, there's nothing else I need. I have no regrets. Come on, you can't be all fulfilled and complete already. We're only just getting started. Right. Only getting started. My heart won't stop racing. I've never felt this way before. First, I thought it was simply because we were both immortal, that our closeness was a feeling of kinship. But it's more than that. I've never gotten along with someone so well, especially someone who's lived such a different life from my own. Feels like I found a missing piece of myself. My heart is whole when I'm with her. Our very souls are in harmony. Well, I might be pushing it a bit. Even Gran saw how compatible we were and urged me to get married already. That was too embarrassing for me to tell Sato about, though. There's no way I can lose her. I can't even conceive of life without her. Even with 800 years of life ahead of me, I'll never meet anyone remotely as amazing as her. If there was some way to use my immortality to stay with her, I'd do it in an instant. Whatever form I would have to take, I wouldn't complain. I'd sell my soul to the devil if it would get me what I desired. We've made up our minds. We'll see our final wish through, no matter what. I figured you would be here. My apologies for the interruption. I simply wish to confirm your understanding of certain points. You, Minakuchi, and Satsu Hiranami attempted in vain to hide their feelings for one another, and now they are hatching a plan. Considering how much you've remembered already, I'm certain you'll recall this fact as well. So let me ask you, what can be done to intertwine two lives that were never meant to stay together? Okay, yep. Satoshi Hiranami must once again be made immortal. Satoshi Hiranami must once again be made immortal, you say? That is correct, and you chose the right answer on your very first attempt. Well done indeed. Indeed, as there is no way to undo the curse of an 800-year immortal. The only way for them to remain together would be to somehow obtain the flesh of a mermaid. They believe they have no choice but to make Satoshi Hiranami live for another 800 years. As such, the plan they hatched was to obtain a second helping of immortality. A truly radical concept. Such a method goes against the very laws of nature. But it is not my place to judge. Please enjoy the continuation of their story. Wow. Thank you, storyteller. Told Izami about our plan to find a mermaid, and he agreed to help. We'll go diving tomorrow morning and hopefully find a clue. I'm sorry I can't be any more help. I just can't remember anything else. But I'm sure there was a mermaid on Taishima. Don't worry about it. At least now we know where to start the search. It really seems like my mom had some connection with mermaids though, huh? Definitely. So you showed me that scale and it really looks like it came from a mermaid. How strange would it be if it turned out your mom was actually a mermaid all along? Yeah, but even I think that's a bit of a leap. If I start diving in the Southern Sea, people are bound to start talking about my mom again. Which will give us a chance to hear more details that we might not be aware of. That's the hope anyway. Clever! Very clever. Tried to keep my head down as much as I could until now, but I can't stand idly by anymore. Lately there's been talk around the island of ominous signs. Maybe that'll work in our favor. Ain't people talking about the storm coming? Yeah, that could be just the push we need. Also, about the person you said you met today. Yumiko Shiki from the Paranormal Affairs Bureau, was it? She definitely seems like she knows something. Yeah, there's something suspicious about her. I think she didn't pay much attention to me because she knows I don't have much longer to live. But she apparently has the power to detect immortals, and when she finds them, she locks them up somewhere. And watching me too, so they might already have their suspicions. I'll be careful. It's pretty wild to think that we are being hunted by government authorities, though. I guess people like us really can't be allowed to exist. I don't think they'd be too happy about us searching for mermaid flesh either. It'd be great if we could somehow get some information out of them. That might be difficult. We don't even know if they'll be coming back to Kamishima tomorrow. True. Guess we could always go to the mainland. Yuza? Yeah? Do we really have to be so secretive about it? Can we just tell Sakasa and Izami everything and ask them to help us? It's not that I don't trust them, because I do. It's just that the more people there are that know a secret, the more likely it is to come out. If people find out there's a way to become immortal, it would cause a total uproar. Even the police would be after us then. Heck, every person who wants to live forever would be looking for us. You can't force Izami and Sakasa to get caught up in all that. You're right. If anyone is gonna get locked up, it should just be us. Exactly. That's why we should keep our mermaid search as quiet as possible. Besides, if we told anyone else, it'd be harder to keep the fact that you're an immortal girl hidden. But won't it all come out when the police come around asking for questions? I guess I can just play dumb and pretend I don't know anything until they come up with some solid evidence. We probably shouldn't let people know about us either. It'd just make it harder for us to continue our search. Yeah, I guess you're right. Let's try and stay apart as much as possible for tomorrow, just to be safe. And as of now, I doubt anyone knows our relationship. Yeah, I'm sure no one has caught on yet. Let's avoid all unnecessary contact while we each continue searching for mermaid flesh on our own. We can set specific times to meet up and share information, but we'll have to make sure no one sees us together. Right. I'll avoid interacting with you in public.
But if we need to contact each other in an emergency, we can leave some kind of signal at a place we often walk by. That's it! That's exactly it! Oh, I know. I'll leave this Kamashimaru keychain in front of the town clock. If you see it there, do you think you could come to the roof of the Kantakisho? Oh, that's the one I gave you. Okay, Kamashimaru could be our go-between. Well, I guess that gives us 2 days to find what we need. I know it'll take a miracle, but we can't give up. Right. This is so well written. This is so well written. And it's a love story now. This is very different from the second one. Wow. Okay, the one thing I want to check is oh, we don't okay. The mermaid flesh isn't there now though. What? Hold on. If I go here, there's one more thing I want to try. There's one more thing that I want to try. Start from Bay. Oh. Oh. That wasn't it. Oh. Story, actually, yeah, let's do that. I was thinking, oh, I would try having like her having Sata consume mermaid flesh, but no. Yeah, let's actually go to the bay. Let's actually go to the bay this time. About your future. 800 years. Didn't know how to tell you. We don't have that yet, okay. Actually, she's gonna be okay. I've been keeping this a secret, but... Oh! An eternal conclusion! So we do got it. We did get the mermaid flesh. Okay. Yuza Minakuchi has done everything he must do. All that's left is to see out the end. Wow. All of your efforts have been truly remarkable. The fact that you are seeing this means all of Yuza Minakuchi's wishes have been fulfilled. You have overcome countless hardships and resolved every dilemma. Congratulations. Now then, as you may be confused as to what exactly has transpired, please allow me to explain. Yuza's true objective was to obtain the flesh of a mermaid. This was to fulfill his oath of making Sato Shiranami immortal again, before her imminent demise, that they might live 800 more years together. However, who could have expected multiple curses to strike Kamishima at the very same time? Yes, I'm referring to the curse of the raging waves, born 4 centuries ago, and the curse of Tomoshige, which was built up over 800 years. While such calamities would appear to offer naught but misfortune, as luck would have it, these curses were blessings in disguise. They led Yuza Minakuchi down a path that otherwise might not have been possible. One could very well call it a miracle. The key to all of this was, of course, your efforts. Now, I shall describe each pivotal event of the story in its order of occurrence. One fated day, August 7th, Yuza Minakuchi went diving and searched Kamishima for leads to find mermaids. However, that night, Kifei Akoma sent Kikuko Tsutsui as an assassin to cause the tragedy of Kamishima, thereby allowing him to capture Sato. This shifted Yuza Minakuchi's priorities away from his search for mermaid flesh, as he was tragically killed, and his mission ends in failure. It would seem that fulfilling his wishes was never in the cards, and he instead met a terrible fate. However, the consciousness lingering within his severed head witnessed something inexplicable.
It was the sight of his 800-year immortal body regenerating a new head. With that, a new mind, complete with all memories intact, formed inside the regenerated head of the resurrected Yuzo Minaguchi. The severed head then disappeared, yet the consciousness that had remained within it did not return to his body. Rather, it became a spirit that crossed over to the afterlife, what some might call the eternal world. Thus was another consciousness separate from Yuzo Minaguchi's primary body formed. And that separated consciousness was you. You once asked, "Who am I?" But may I assume the answer has now become clear? This separate consciousness of Yuzo Minaguchi remained in the eternal world despite the firm resolve it held, growing ever more anguished over its failure, without knowing what had occurred afterwards. It dearly desired to find a way to return to its past self and explain the situation before this failure could take place. So it's found its way to the boundary between the mortal world and the world beyond. That is to say, it found its way here, to Ryuk. This is the place you laid your eyes upon at the very beginning. This is where your duty began. The fact that this place just so happens to be where the mermaids reside turned out to be a stroke of luck. But because you'd lose all memory of this fact once you passed through the gates into the mortal world, I stepped in to humbly guide you along your path. Wow. Then as a spirit, you encountered Yuzo Minaguchi during his dive to the bottom of the sea. Because you resemble the phenomenon known as the Tomokazuki, you were referred to as such. Needless to say, you were not a Tomokazuki. Yet that is how you possessed Yuzo Minaguchi and shared your fragmented memories with him. Even so, it was not enough. In your spirit form, you had the ability to use a story chart and travel across space and time to possess other individuals. You entered the minds and memories of various people, jumping between each in turn, as you earnestly sought to realize your goals. This is really interesting that this is more, last time was like the wish of the person as well, was the wish of Seimon, but more of like a selfish not pertaining to the other protagonists as much mission. That's a really interesting way to change that up. And that is how things progress behind the scenes during this story. You've fulfilled your role and will now return to the world from whence you came. After you've viewed what became of everyone following these events, this Paranormasight will finally draw to a close. Thank you very much for your diligent attention. August 31st, 1980X. Wow, good while after. Afternoon, Kamishima Coast. Oh, so you've decided to accept your inheritance, but you're going to university first? Uh-huh. The wheels are in motion for me to take over the family business after studying real hard at university. Your whole life must be undergoing some major changes. Are you managing okay? You don't have too much on your plate? Actually, about that, get this. Turns out my ma used to be a certified public accountant. I had no idea. Anyway, the plan is for ma to manage all the assets while I'm studying my butt off. She's apparently waiting like a hawk for the moment to swoop in and make sure you got everything coming to you. I don't know if I should call her gunning, but Sakasa's mom sure knows how to get it done. That's wild. Oh, that reminds me. There was something I wanted to ask of you, Azami. You mentioned wanting to ask Sakasa out the other day. So, how'd that go? Whoa, Satsu? You're seriously just gonna ask that right in front of everyone? Jeez. I guess it's fine since I already asked her, but that could have ruined everything. Wait, you did? When did this all go down? Oh, I couldn't help myself. I've been dying to know. I had to ask, even if it messed up your mojo. You sure are something else, Sato. Anyway, if you need answers that bad, you should ask Sakasa. So what'd you say, Sakasa? How'd you ask? Where was it? Tell us already. You're way too invested in Miss Encyclopedia. You know how things are with me right now. Truth is, I haven't given him an answer just yet. Oh, but at least it's not an outright rejection. How long are you gonna make him wait? Gotta do some soul searching to figure out how I feel. And I need everything to settle down, so around 4 or 5 years? That long? You're gonna keep leading the poor guy along all that time? Right? And to keep top things off, he asked for my help in the meantime. Your help? Yep. I want to take over for old man Wakamura and make sure Kamishima is the best place it can be. I want it to be way more convenient and bustling than it is now. An island the tourists flock to, you know? That means I'll need to start a business to manage all of that. As you can see, I got loads of stuff to do. That's why I need you to give it your all as the leader of Kamishima, Izami. Yeah, I guess I want all that stuff for Kamishima too. That all sounds great, and Izami will definitely be a big help. I plan to have Izami rise up the ranks and help me out with a whole bunch of stuff. Once he becomes a big shot like the mayor or something, then maybe we can start going out. What? That'll take way too long. I'll be an old geezer by then. See what I mean? This is what I have to deal with. Seems like that cunningness runs in the family. Well, you got something to strive for now. Good luck with it. Get your belly aching, Izami. We're doing this for Sato and Yuza too, you know. Yeah, I know. Talked it all over before. Huh? What do you mean you're doing it for us? Let's just say we were surprised when we heard about you guys the other night. About how you became an immortal yourself 5 years ago, yeah? By that stage, you'd secretly gotten your hands on some mermaid flesh for Sato. And now Sato's become an immortal for the second time. And the fact that you guys decided to stay together for the next 800 years is a lot to swallow all at once. Just like Sato swallowed that mermaid flesh, yeah, yo! Yeah, sorry for dropping such a big bombshell on you guys. Also, to be precise, we're gonna be together for the next 795 years. What's 5 years when you got centuries? 5 years is a long time. Yeah, he's right. We're gonna discuss the idea of going for another 800 years when we get close to the end. Yeah, okay, whatever. That's up to you guys. Do whatever you want. Don't forget that you owe us for keeping such a big secret from us this whole time, got it? For real. See, I told you we should have gotten their advice from the start. Yeah, you have been saying that from the get-go. I know you said you'd live on the down low in Kamishima because it'd be a whole other thing if people found out about you two, but people will eventually start getting suspicious, even if you try to lead normal lives. What are you gonna do then? Well, we kind of assumed it would all work out somehow. It's true. We haven't really thought about that at all. We figured as much. That's why we're gonna protect the two of you. Huh? We'll make some rules on the island so no one will get suspicious of you no matter how long you choose to live. I mean, it's gonna take some time to put our plan into action, but I'm sure we'll be calling the shots around here by the time people start thinking there's something fishy going on with you guys. I was thinking we could build a shrine for you two to live up in the mountains. Oh, a shrine? That sounds incredible. We can say gods are enshrined there, so people shouldn't go near it without permission. And I'll make sure the descendants of the Kamui family are protectors of that shrine all the way down the family lines, so they'll always protect it. The Makawa family managed to pass down their legend for 400 years, so I bet my family can't handle a shrine for 800 years or so. That's so thoughtful. But I feel kind of bad for making you guys worry so much, not to mention several generations of your family. It's totally fine. Don't mention it. Nothing makes me happier than seeing you and Sato together like this. I know you went through a lot to get to this point, Yuza. I'm really happy for you. Izami, I'm seriously so happy for you. Like, seriously overjoyed. You heard the man. That's why he won't let anyone get in the way of all this happiness. Oh, Sato's crying too. Oh, wow. Izami, Tsukasa, thank you both so much. Oh, Tsukasa, the fact that you think up all these plans just for us means the world to me. Oh, there was one other reason. Yuza's never been the type to look before he leaps, so we have to be around and make sure he doesn't get into any more trouble. Huh, good point. Hey, that's not true. You're the one who always got me into messes, Izami. Nope, you're both wrong. You have any idea how much apologizing I've had to do for you guys over the years? Oh, but you're gonna make it up to me now. I'll work you both to the bone. You too, Sato. We're gonna put Kamishima on the map. You got it. Just tell me what to do. Let's all keep getting each other into and out of trouble from here on out. Aww. Wow. There's a legend in Kamishima. It is a story passed down through the generations about two gods in the guise of a young man and a young woman. They would often leave their shrine disguised as ordinary humans and happily stroll throughout the town. On occasion, they would sneak off the island and travel around the country before returning home. The people of the island would stop and give a small bow whenever they came across the couple and silently watch as they went on their way. Now one knew from whence the pair had come. Their history was shrouded in mystery. But it is said that this mischievously playful and intimately harmonious couple would always look upon one another with pure joy. There's apparently only one inviolable rule concerning the pair. One must never sneak up and startle them from behind. Oh, man. Oh, goodness. Several decades after those events, the country has seen 2 new emperors reign, and people with any detailed knowledge of those fateful days have grown few and far between. Now the Kanzakisho ruins of Kamishima have become a sacred place for lovers, with couples flocking to it to strengthen their bonds. On this day, the young visitors who happened to come see the sights spotted a young man and a young woman together on the roof of the Kanzakisho ruins, gazing happily out to sea. Wow. And that was Paranormasight, the Mermaid's Curse. I'm turning my headset music up. I'm turning your guys' music up. What a game. What an absolutely incredible game. Nishiyama wrote the lyrics to this song too, wow. Round of applause, by the way. Round of applause. A sincere thank you to everybody who played even a small part in this, even not listed in the credits, to make this game, this series, a reality. Man, oh man. Man, oh man, oh man. We are absolutely going to be playing the third game of this whenever it comes out.
However many years I have to wait. I don't care. I do not care one bit. Grimoire, clock tower turn, clock tower turn. Animation, sunlight reflecting. Oh, the photos from the beginning. Oh, oh my goodness. Such a lovely game. There we go. We're gonna do a bonus episode because there's more here. There is absolutely more to see in this. But for now, again, we have finished the game. And that is where we are gonna call it. Let's go see who is live to raid. I wonder if anybody else is playing. I wonder if anybody else is playing. We can drop on in, say hello. Let's pull up the Twitch dashboard. Saturday is the next time I will be here, and that will be Tomodachi Life. First part of that, and Blood in the Clock Tower. Normal Saturday times. Is there anybody else streaming any of the Paranormasight games? Let's check Mermaid's Curse first. Nope, just us. And let's see if there's anybody doing the 7 Mysteries of Honcho. Nope. Okay, let us go to, who do we want to give a hello to? Let us, who haven't we rated in a bit? Tiger's still alive. Oh, we gotta say hi to Tiger. We have guts to say hello to the Tiger. All right, I will see you on Saturday. Thank you all so much for being here. Be kind, people, as always. And I will see you Saturday for what we already just mentioned. Do I have anything? Do I have anything else to say? We're back, baby. We're so back, but I am leaving. Bye. Oh yeah, my mic didn't mute it. My mic didn't mute. I forgot to unmute. We're raiding out Nani instead, because for whatever reason it won't let me raid Tiger. So bye.